Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and we're going live from the Near Disney YouTube studio, which is located in the town of Celebration, Florida. And every Monday night, we do a live show. And what we're going to do tonight is we talk about Celebration, all things Celebration, Florida. And so we're going to give some shout outs for some things that have been happening recently. We're going to be talking about some upcoming events that you don't want to miss. We do this every 7 days. That way, there's no opportunity for somebody to say, hey, I didn't know about this, that, or the other. And that at the very end, one of the biggest things I get a request for is, how's the real estate market doing here? Because, I'm a realtor on the side too. So I try to give you that information all in a bubble within about a half an hour. But first, I wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Hope everybody is doing well. I got to spend some quality time with a couple today that one celebrates Christmas and the other one celebrates Hanukkah. So that was a joyful time spent with them. So it was really great. So let me show you the cute little intro that my YouTube producer Dee created. Information on celebration. So we also did a little bit of a recap because I wanted to give a big shout out when we're talking about shout outs to Elise and also Jason, the Celebration social group. If you haven't found them yet, you go to Facebook and you look for Celebration Social. They'll ask you some questions, one of which is, do you live in Celebration or live by Celebration? And maybe even type in there, I heard about it from Kim, but it's pretty easy to be accepted. We just look for good spirited people that like to meet other people from the community. I'm very proud of Jason. He's grown it to over 1,400 members for this town. And Elise did a really fantastic event. Here was there we go. That was the thumbnail that we're creating for a show that we're going to do on Friday, talking about when you have good-hearted, wonderful organizers like Elise, like Jason, what can happen. And so there are Christmas gatherings. For those of you that are watching from up north, or maybe you're going to be watching sometime this week, because we do have, over 2,000 people that'll watch this show during the week. I just want to share with you, I think it's very difficult. It would be very hard for anyone to tell me that this town is beaten by any other town for Christmas. We celebrate, it was the day after Thanksgiving, or maybe 2 days after Thanksgiving, that our Christmas tree was lit in downtown Celebration. And that is a party all the way until the end of December. So it's a full month. It's just not one day where we light the tree and we forget about things. And then these fantastic organizers, because remember, there's people that work for Disney here, people that work for Universal, people that work for SeaWorld, all these high-end people, or have gone, like Elise, she used to do this wonderful Christmas stroll in her hometown, and she brought it here. And one of the things that she did was she had these social prompts. So everybody got these social prompts, and it might say, find somebody else that is from your home state. Find somebody else that has born in the same month as you. So it kind of forces that person that's a little bit of an introvert to go out and ask some questions. She would also ask, like, what's your favorite restaurant in Celebration? Or what's one of your special events? And I was really happy to hear that some of the people had talked about the Women's Club event, which comes up February 11th, the Wine Stroll. That event, as you know, sold out last year. Hey, Bellavottis, watching from Celebration. Love Bellavottis. If you guys have not had the opportunity, make sure you go to the Near Disney YouTube channel. Type in Bellavati Brothers. They are wonderful, adorable. They're young men that go out and they give me the perspective of young people checking out what is so cool about Celebration. So they've done things like, here's some of the sporting activities. They were the ones that were fighting with the crowds when the Christmas tree lighting was going on. I learned from them. I've never noticed this before, but we have a mascot for Near Disney, Buddy the dog, the golden retriever, and they were walking past a water fountain in downtown Celebration, and I did not know that there was another nozzle on the bottom of the, so people were drinking water here, but there was another pan at the bottom where your dog could drink. Only in the town is Celebration, right? Only in the town. So sit back and relax. I want you to see this video, and then we've got so much to report on. I want to keep it going, but enjoy this. Here you go. Elisa, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Kim. This is so much fun. Thank you for helping me get this together. We are having a blast. So I had a vision. I was like, Kim, we've been doing so much in this community. We want to support local business, but also get people together with a fun social scavenger hunt. So a little different than just finding objects. You're trying to find people that have the same birthday as you, or maybe like share a favorite restaurant as you.
Enjoying some of the local Celebration, very cool restaurants, yeah?
Yes, we got Abo now, and then we're making our way to Celebration Town Tavern at 2. We've got Thai Tani at 3, and we've got the Wine Imperium at 4. So we're giving away some fun prizes, but really, you're gonna make a new friend before you leave, and that's, I think, one of the best prizes of all.
I agree.
I walk the trails around Celebration all the time, and I see people constantly, and we say hi, but I don't really know them. And what was magic is when I made the group, the few crawls that I hosted, I saw about 3 or 4 people from the trails and got to know them and learn everything about them. It was fascinating. So it's one of the most magical things that we have experienced so far in this group is growing the community and being closer together.
This is a great, motivated, energized group I met in Celebration. Thank you for inviting me.
I love meeting people and just getting to know new people that I've never met before, and it's just a great community, and I really enjoyed myself. Prompts that we were given were very helpful. You know, I'm excited for whatever comes next, and people should come. It's really a good way to get to know your community and enjoy a function in the afternoon on a Saturday.
There you have it. We're hoping to post more of these to come and helping people connect easily with their neighbors. So please check us out at Celebration Social and get to know your neighbors and meet new friends. So thank you. Appreciate you.
So come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all
Wasn't
things
that
that are going
awesome?
around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.
There you have it, the Celebration Social. Absolutely love that group. I got to tell you, when Elise first said we're going to start at 1 and we're going to go until 5 o'clock, I thought, that's a long time. But to be honest with you, people didn't want to leave. She had so many fun activities for everybody. And, you know, sometimes when people think Celebration Social, and if you're going from restaurant to restaurant, whatever, you're thinking sometimes like, oh, well, or people drinking. There were mocktails that were so fabulous and people drinking water, and it was just very well done. I think you would feel very comfortable in going to this event. She even had prizes for people. They had the cute little gnomes. People were fighting over the gnomes at the end. And so Elise, and also I wanted to say to Jason, thank you for creating this Celebration Social. It's a great way for people to learn more about our community. Now you'll see one of the things that was great, it was a social prompt, was whoever started Christmas carols at each place would get points, and they had to find the elf that had the hat. And as many of you know, I'm a singer, and so I would be singing Christmas carols at each place too. So speaking of Christmas carols, who doesn't love to go Christmas caroling? And guess what, you guys? I'm announcing here tonight, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, well, it's actually December 16th at 4:30. We kind of have to start at 4:30 because it gets dark here early, right? But please join us. Check this out. I wanted to say a big thank you to Nandy and Don Town, that I know are some of the creators of this, but we're going to gather over in Savannah Square for those that don't know about this, is one of the most beautiful areas of celebration. You've got Savannah Square on Long Meadow, which is in the main village. And that is an area where the Disney architects were super excited about creating 3 parks, kind of in a way. So you got Savannah Park, Long Meadow Park, and then the Hippodrome. The Hippodrome runs up and down Greenbrier, but connects to Long Meadow. So we are going to meet in Savannah Square tomorrow at 4:30. Cookies and hot chocolate will be served. And then you're going to be surrounded by other people that like to Christmas carol. So thank you to Parks and Recreation. I wanted to say thank you to Dawn and Nandy Town. And like I said, I'll be there too, warming up my vocals. Text me if you have an interest, because I know the songs, some of the songs, and I'd be happy to text you the lyrics too, so that you can be warming up your vocal pipes and joining. So please, Bellavati Brothers, you might like doing that too tomorrow. I know you guys are busy doing all kinds of fun stuff, but yeah, join us. All right, now I do also want to give a shout out to, these are winners. The Veterans Club. I love that every age group has different groups that we can all become community with. That's one of the beauties of celebration. You know, somebody's just talking to me about possible toy donation. I love that. Walt Disney, when the thought was about creating celebration, he wanted every age. He wanted people that were just starting in their careers, to families, to people that were retiring, people that were seniors. And I always talk about one of the most symbolic areas that you'll know that to be absolutely true is if you drive down Water Street, which is the main village celebration, right across from Celebration Golf Course. Yeah, we have an incredible golf course. You will see that there's bridges that go over Water Street. And if one side of the bridge is flat, so for those people that might be in a wheelchair, for them to get across from one side to the other, and the other side of the bridge arches up. And the idea is that a child could get on a bicycle and be able to ride on top and see if a car is coming for their safety. There's so many cool details here. I wish I could spend the day just telling you about all the fun stuff that I know. Hey, Diane, I'm so glad you're watching. Thanks so much for watching. Now, let me see. I would like to see if I can see. Yeah, I want to be able to read, because I'm not sure everybody, and I think all these people we should be giving kudos to, because if you're not from Celebration and you're driving around Celebration seeing magnificent lights, we all realize that took some time and effort and money from a lot of homeowners that decided that they wanted to decorate. And so I wanted to just spend a minute and say that the Veterans Club, they said they had a record-breaking number of people that were nominating different houses in our community. And I wanted to thank our audience, because I know you guys were showing up big time. You were sending your emails to Wendy and telling her what your nominations were. So record-breaking of all years. So we are seeing Best in Town went to 310 Acadia Lane. You know, those are the big estates that are over in North Village area on the golf course. Best Neighborhood, that was Candy Cane Lane, Pondview Court. That is beautiful. You'll see people lined up. Usually you want to get over there before 9 o'clock. I think some of them turn their lights off by 9. But if you're driving in East Village, a Celebration, Candy Cane Lane, Pondview Court. The Whitmires, I know, were a big part of that. Bob and Susan Rich, love them. They live over in that area too. Best Lights and Music, 1104 Celebration Avenue. I love that. So as many of you know, Suzanne and Kevin O'Donnell, who live at 1100 Celebration Avenue, have been blessing us for many years with decorating their home for every occasion. So by the time Christmas is done, they're ready for New Year's Eve or Valentine's or St. Patrick's Day, and I'm just marveled at how they're able to keep all those decorations. They have a system that goes in their garage, and I think one of the extra bedrooms that they have upstairs. But they, of course, I would always say absolutely. Matter of fact, our YouTube channel announced that they were the winner overall one year, but now they've inspired some of their neighbors. So pretty much if you drive to their house, you're going to see house after house across the street. Some beautiful family that bought a house that I had listed across the street. But 1104 has won Best Lights and Music, probably because they were inspired by Kevin and Suzanne. So I love that. The Griswold Award was 916 West Park Drive. So there's West Village. Best Bungalow, 1356 Ponce Drive, another section of celebration. The best condo was 422 Water Street. Water Street, we were just talking about how that bridge, that area, Water Street, right there. Best cottage home was 1113 Rush Court. That is South Village. Best estate home, 618 Golf Park Drive. That has to, I'm sure that's, yeah, I know that address. That's Vern and Victoria Lindo's house. They are so popular that I've seen their home. They bring big cranes in and decorate like a movie set. And it is got people that line up to see that home as well. So don't miss 618 Golf Park. Best garden home, 1026 Maiden Terrace at South Village. Best townhouse, 1124 Celebration Avenue. That is over in South Village across from the recreation area. Best village home. There we go. Best village home. Okay. That is Suzanne and Kevin O'Donnell's home. Well deserved all year. Best in Acadia, 300 Acadia Lane. Best in Aquila, 1243 Aquila Loop. Once again, another section of celebration. Best in East Village, 1019 Wild Elm Street. 1019 Wild Elm Street. That's back where Val and Andy Halsey live. Remember, I was talking about them with the fun activities that they were involved in with the Celebration Foundation and volunteering with the Holiday Home Tour. Then Best in Island Village was 1870 Beach Ridge Road. That is the new section of celebration. That is the area where I talk about Scoop Ice Cream being Amy's Ice Cream Parlor. That's where Coffee for the Soul is located. That's where Don Andre's taco location is. So you don't want to miss Island Village. Best in Main Village, 714 Golf Park Drive. That's beautiful. So that's going to be across from the golf course. Best in North Village, 205 East Park Drive. Oh, that's good to hear. Excellent. Wonderful. So I think they all should be acknowledged. We want to thank you on behalf of Near Disney for making this town so much fun. What else is going on? Okay, we know that a lot of times people will ask, where can they send toys? And actually, I think somebody was just sending me a note, so I'll read that afterwards. But I do want to share that if you are interested in doing so, and I hope you do, because we are very blessed to have very much. And so, as you know, let me see. I want to see if you can even read. You might not be able to read that well. But Embrace is a group that is would like some Christmas items. I got to see if I can, let me try to pull that up so I can read it for you better. Give me 1 second because this is important. It should be, there it is. There it is. Okay. So they are asking for drop-offs Sunday, December 21st. So this Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. at Compres's Kitchen. So that's 511 Celebration Avenue. And some of the requests, they have children ages 0 to 12. And then they also have 13 to 19-year-olds that they're looking to try to help get some gifts. The kids up to 12 years old, they're looking for new toys, dolls, board games, cars and trucks, stuffed animals, arts and craft kits, and books. The kids that are 13 to 19, their requests are like perfume, cologne, makeup sets, headphones, earbuds, skincare and body care, jewelry and accessories, journals, arts and crafts, bracelet kits. Ross, Target, Amazon gift cards are always appreciated. If you would like to give by check so that they can purchase some items, you can make those checks available to Embrace of Celebration Incorporated, INC. And if you want to, you can mail that check to 1420 Celebration Boulevard, Suite 200, and that's Celebration, Florida 34747. Drop-off location. Actually, you can start dropping off now until December 21st at the Georgetown Clubhouse if they're open at that time during regular business hours. And then they also have, Saturday they're going to have the church kitchen open at Compress. Yes. Now that says 4 to 7 at one spot, but it also says it's a possibility of 11:30 on Saturday. Yes. So anyway, that is good. If you have any more questions, just reach out to me and I will put you in touch with the organizers. Sound good? All right. What else is going on? Let's add this. You know, I love the Wine Imperium. I love the owner, Leanne. She's magnificent. She gives a lot back to this community. Just like Susan Bona. I love the restaurant tours around here are so fantastic. You know, the Perez family, Paul from Reggiano's, the Perez family is the diner. There's just, I could go on and on and on. But tonight I want to talk about the Wine Imperium having a fun event December 17th, which is Wednesday night. It's $50. They're doing ceramic lighted trees. Now, the last time they did something art-wise, and the Wine Imperium, it was packed. It was packed. And I will share with you that all supplies are included. No experience is needed, it said. And I'm going to leave this up on the screen for a little bit because the QR code is here. It's Wine Imperium, and you want to check that out. I think, let me see, what does the time say on that? It's Wednesday night. I can tell you that. It's Wednesday night. Okay? Very good. Now, what else is coming up? A holiday concert is coming up this Thursday. Wow, it's almost Christmas because a week from Thursday is Christmas. So that makes sense. It's Lakeside Park. That's Catacorner to Columbia Restaurant. And so here's a QR. Its tables are on sale now. If you want a table, obviously 6 o'clock. So if it's a little chilly, just go ahead and make sure you bring a coat or something. And you're going to be lakeside and you're going to hear some beautiful music. And that is coming up this Thursday. All right. Very good. So we've talked about Celebration Social. We have talked about a bunch of events that are coming up. We have talked about caroling. And then let me see. Before we go, I promised to give you a snapshot of what's going on in the real estate market. And I should share too, let's see, share screen. I should share with you as well. Many people will ask my team, which by the way, they do a show on Wednesday nights that talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. But they, we like to, well, one of the biggest requests we have is what's going on with the market here? What's going on with the market? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the last 7 days recap in Celebration. And I'll tell you that the inventory is low. We only have 107 listings, everything from condos to estates. That's very low. I've been a realtor here for nearly 30 years. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary this upcoming year. And the normal amount of inventory is about 440. So to be at 107, it's very low. So what I like to show, and Dee, my YouTube producer, always says, put my face a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm saying. But I'm showing you real time what is going on with this market here. So in the last 7 days, there's only been 15 touch points. A touch point means something's gone active, it's gone under contract, or it's closed. And so what I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new listings, 5 new listings. I was actually out showing one of the new listings today to my couple that celebrates Christmas and Hanukkah, which I loved. And then there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pendings. So what does that tell me? The market, as soon as it comes on, stuff comes off too. comes on, comes off, so that's balanced. And then what I'm also seeing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, that would make sense. So 5, 5, and 5. So 5 solds. And Elijah and I are very proud to say that we had brought the buyer and we had the seller for 1005 Kestrel Court. It was in South Village, cul-de-sac, beautiful home, sold for $1,650,000. And so that house was done really well on a very nice sized lot, had a swimming pool, has a garage apartment, has a big wraparound porch, all the things that you want. So to give you an idea, that house sold for $488 a square foot. So those square foot folks, that'll give you a good idea. And that also will tell you we had the house on the market for 13 days and negotiated it out by the 13th day. So if you're looking for some realtors to help get your properties moved, please call us 407-808-9845. We know this market. We've been here from the beginning. I can tell you where the areas are best for you to purchase. You can usually talk out loud with regard to something that you might be thinking about that you like. And I'll know it because I've been through all these homes and definitely can help you quite a bit, save you some time, most times save you money too on things as well. All right, guys. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, but I know a lot of you watch during the week. I do see a lot of love. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Diane. Yes, I see Diane again. I think I said hi to Diane already. Thank you guys so much. Well, anyway, I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Just double checking to see if I've missed anything. Nope. I promised Nandy that I would talk about Christmas caroling. And I'm looking forward to Don Town running for office. I know he's going to be running for the CROA board. And I'll tell you, that's a good stand-up gentleman. That'll do a good job for us. All right, guys. Well, if I don't hear from you, know that on Wednesday, my Realtor Dream Team at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. And then I also have, let's see. Yes, I also have, oh, I don't see my end thing. I also have a what they call an evergreen video that comes out on Fridays, typically Friday or Saturday. And then I will see you next Monday. Yeah, I'll have my show next Monday. So I look forward to seeing you around town. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate any referrals. If you know of anybody that's buying or selling, I sure would love to be the realtor of choice. And send me any articles if you think something's worth reporting on, because a lot of people are watching the show and keeping up with what's going on in the town of Celebration. All right, you guys. God bless you. If you need me, 407-808-9845. Kim Hawk of Florida Motion Realty and a Celebration founding resident. Okay. Bye, guys.